Hello, people, and welcome everybody to the Art Heroes podcast. I forgot what number of the episode this is, but it doesn't matter because we've got Juan Puerta here, and we're already get started. And guys, for everybody here who's the first time at Art Heroes podcast, my name is Maria JT. I'm the host, and it's definitely an episode over 55 for sure.
Okay.
So, and so I've been here for a long time, and every time I'm talking to another amazing digital artist about everything that goes in the game and in the prep. And yeah, Juan, super welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Very nice to see you people. I'm super. First of all, let me say, I'm super glad to be here and super pumped because I've been following this podcast since the start, since the beginning.
Oh, nice.
I listen every week, so it's like I've seen all the awesome people that has come through here, and now I'm
you're
here.
the
And
awesome person.
yes, I made it.
You made it. Well, awesome. We're actually just chatting behind the scenes, and there are a bunch of amazing things that you guys should know about Juan. I was like, I'll let him introduce like all his projects one by one. I know Juan because he's one of our likeness students, one of our favorite likeness students, and he's like really cracking it with his likeness project that I'm like, I can't wait to see when it's like complete. But besides this, Juan has 8 kids. I don't know if it's public information. It has just become public information.
Yeah, I have eight kids now. I think on one of the advertisements you guys made, it said 6, but that was back
Okay,
in the day. Now we've grown into 8. So
oh my God. The production is working faster than marketing.
non-stop.
All right. So this is one awesome thing. And another awesome thing is that Juan has his own miniatures project, White Wolf Miniatures.
Yeah.
Right? Awesome. Yeah. And and besides this, he's got a bunch of side projects and a full-time job. Is that correct?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Like now it's on you. Can you like introduce yourself on stuff that I haven't mentioned?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm Juan. Marlon just wrote in.
Marlon is like supporting. Yes,
cool.
Got a bunch of people here saluting.
So yeah, I'm Juan. I've been working on 3D like almost, I think like 18 years or something like that. I have not always been like a character artist because the thing is I'm so old because I turned 40 last week, so I'm getting older now. But when I started, there was no like real career or anything like that. And I lived in Spain, in the north of Spain, so there was no video game industry, no television, there was nothing, right? So I discovered 3D by chance, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because I always loved computers because I had a computer when I was a kid. One of these, I remember, it was only C, it was not even Windows yet. So those back in the day. But I always loved computers, and I was okay. When I grow up, I want to work with computers. So I went later on. I was studying computer science, something like that, computer management, yeah, something like that. And on one of those classes, we had an assignment that it was trying like these design softwares, and we tried Photoshop, we tried After Effects, and then we tried 3ds Max. And when I got into 3ds Max, I got like crazy. I was like, what the hell? Like I think I was like 20 I think I was 20. And I was, what the hell is this? And I got hooked. Like that's the only thing I started caring about. So I ditched everything else I was studying. And I was just doing 3D all night in my house. Like I couldn't sleep because I was so excited. That I woke up suddenly at 3 a.m. and I was like, oh my God, I need to keep learning. And I just went back to my computer to keep learning that stuff. and that's kind of how I started. And then I made a small course of 3D that was in another city. And since then, I started working in a small studio in Irun, in the north of Spain,
Yeah.
that made small budget films.
Yeah.
And it was great because, first of all, I made a bunch of friends in there. It was my first job, so I learned a lot. And the thing is that we got to work in everything. So like we did modeling, we did texturing, we did lighting, whatever, because we basically made a film among 6 or 7 people, right? So 7 people made a 1-hour film with everything.
Cool.
So we got to do like everything that was needed in there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that was awesome. And then with these friends, we built our own small studio for
Cool.
advertisement. And then the Spanish crisis came in, and it all went a bit down. It was not the best timing.
Very nice of you. That's very nice of you. Okay, fine.
So yeah, we were there like a couple of years, but then I could not keep it up, and it was also super hard because on those times I left the job I had to build this studio with these friends, but then at the same time I got married, and we were also having a kid, my first kid. Okay. So I had to have 2 jobs. So I was working in the afternoons in my studio, but on the mornings I was delivering frozen fish to all the bars in the city.
Jesus, really?
Yeah. So I worked like I think it was 8 hours in the morning delivering the fish to all the places, and it was like a tough job because I was driving the small truck with the frozen stuff. Then you go somewhere, you park, you grab everything, and it was like big stuff, and then you have to get it to the bars and leave it there, and then get back to the truck to the next place, and all morning like that, right? And then I went home, I had lunch, and then after lunch I just went to my studio and worked until 7 or 8 in the night, and then back over start.
Wow. Seriously, delivering the fish in the morning and working in the 3D studio in the afternoon.
Yeah. That was tough, but I was so happy too, because we had a house that it was like, I think it was like 30 meters, so it was like super small because we could not afford anything. But it was a great time. I have such a good memories of those days. So
wow.
Yeah.
So like, okay, one question. Since to have 1 kid, you needed 1 additional job. So now that you have 8 kids, how many jobs do you have?
I mean, now with 8 kids, thankfully, I only need 1 job, really.
I'm not sure how the math work out, but probably I will understand.
The progress in my career economically has been really good. Like it's grown exponentially, we could say.
Okay, awesome. So talk to me about what you do now. Like, what's your main thing? Like, kind of a 9 to 5.
Yeah, I mean, now I'm working at Unity Technologies. I only started here 2 months ago now.
Okay.
Basically, now I make 2 months. So far, it's been awesome. Like, I'm so thankful to be in this studio because the vision they have for Unity and what they want to achieve and the way they want to achieve it, how they are treating their product and how it's all based on the people that use the product. It's the idea behind it is like, how can we make it better for the people that use it? Like, how can we improve? And I get to be a part of that as an artist. So I go and I can say, well, this doesn't work because this or this or this is too hard for artists because it's not really cool to use because you need to program this stuff. So I get to be a part of a way larger project, right?
Right.
That's exciting. That's super exciting. So I basically usually wake up early. It depends on the day because if I stay very long in the night, I will wake up later. But if it's like a good day, I will wake up like at 5 or something like that. Then I usually like to put a couple of hours of work on my own stuff. or doing the classes that I teach too. So I will put a couple of hours on my job or on the classes. And after that, I usually hit the gym for 1 hour. Here in my house, I have a small gym down there. So I will hit the gym for 1 hour, and then I'll get the kids ready for all this stuff. And then I get to work like at 8:30 or something like that until 5 or 6 in the afternoon. And after that, I'm just with my family. And then at night, I usually put a couple more hours into my personal projects. So I will work on the course I'm doing now, or on the stuff that I need to get done. So I will put like probably until 12. But it depends then, because sometimes instead of 12, I will stay until 3 or something. And then if I still until 3, I wake up later.
You know? Work, yes.
So it depends.
But still, man, that's a ton of discipline to do all this. That's a ton of discipline. So okay, so basically, professionally, like really focus on characters, and that's the direction that you've taken.
Yeah.
Right. And you've been primarily focused on the characters for the past like several years, from what I can recall.
Yeah, I think almost 7 years. So it's kind of funny, right? Because I was a generalist, I did everything. And the story is pretty cool because I was 32 or something. Yeah, no, a bit less. I was around 31 or something like that. So I had already been in the industry and working and doing a lot of stuff. I was doing a lot of architectural visualization in 3D with rendering and lighting and that kind of stuff. But I really love doing characters, man. I wish I could do that because I loved using ZBrush. But and I was not like super good, but I could do stuff in ZBrush. I could use it and all that stuff. But I obviously was not good enough for a company. Yeah. So it was funny because my little brother, he's like 9 years younger than me. He was like trying to find out what he wanted to do with his life. And my dad was, hey man, can you look into something for him? It's like a course or something that he would like. He would like video and stuff and video games. And I was, I'll check it out. So I started looking for courses, and I found a course that it was taught by like 2 top tier people, a character art course. And I gave it to my dad, and he showed it to my brother, and my brother was, I don't want to do that. And I was like, man, I wish I had that when I was younger, and I could have done something like that, because there was nothing like that specifically into what I wanted to do, you know? And my dad was, look, man, if you want to do it, I'll help you out pay it, because I could not pay it. I'll help you out. I'll put the money, and you just need to put the time to do it. And I was like, that's it, because I already had like 4 kids or something back then. So my life was already like full, you know? And I was, I put the time. I have no problem with that. So it was like, it almost lasted like 2 years. Some of my fellow students are here in the chat.
Yes, I can see that.
So I started with these guys, and it was an awesome experience. It was with Rich Diamond. He created Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. I think he worked on those. Yeah. Patrick Murphy, which was working on the previous God of War as our director. So it was super tough. Like every week we had assignments. Every week we have corrections, and it was like like for 1 year and a half. And
my God.
Yeah, like totally every week. Like I stay like every day until 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning, and then I had to work really early too. So it was nonstop for 1.5 years. And then when we finished the course, I got my first job in the industry. And we moved to Germany, to Good Game Studios, and I was for the first time hired as a character artist. But before that, during the course, I already had offers to make miniatures. Because my work was already like being shown in pages like 3D Total. These kind of pages that they put you in. So my work was getting at a professional level finally. Just like half the course, it was already getting there. And I got offers, and I already started working while I was doing the course in characters as a miniature artist. And that's how that started too.
Okay, so basically that lead to so many like open doors.
I mean that's kind of the beauty of the industry we have now. Like you can do anything.
Yeah.
Like, you can basically now you can do anything. You can do even movies. with
Yeah.
all this new technology.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. Okay, this is awesome. Like I'm now really inspired because I think what I can hear from you is that you don't like that the artist doesn't really have to take a decision as of I'm going to do miniatures or I'm going to work in production or I'm going to do characters, like, because apparently it's possible to do it all.
I mean that's kind of the way I live. Like, I can do whatever I want. Like, nobody can tell me
Okay,
what I can do or what I cannot do. I'll do whatever I want.
that
That's
is
the way
true.
I was
That is
raised.
true.
My parents raised me like, yeah, I mean, do your thing. Like, don't let anybody tell you what you can do. So do whatever you want. So if I want to do a miniature now, I'll do a miniature. I'll print it. I'll sell it. But then I'm working on another project for a video game, or I'm doing a character for whatever.
Cool.
Yeah.
That is exciting. So, look, talk to me a little bit more about miniatures, because yes, you've got your website, and on the White Wolf Miniatures, I can see there is a bunch of projects that you've done. And tell me why you don't go to popular marketplaces like Patreon, for example.
To be honest, it's because I don't
I mean, I
really.
know they recruit people very actively, and they reach out to everyone I know, and it's not to say that it's bad, but it's just like what's the reason for your choice just to keep it all.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's a matter of I like to do things my own way. So
Okay.
I build this small webpage with a template I bought, and a friend helped me install all the PayPal stuff and all that stuff. And I build it and I manage it like on my own. So I if I want to add a page, I will add it on my own, and I have total control over it.
Right.
And the other thing is because I don't really need it. Like, it's not like I do miniatures for the money that they give, because they don't give they're not gonna make me rich or anything. So I do it because I like doing them. And then I sell them, and selling them makes me feel great, because it's like somebody is willing to pay for something that I built on my own, something that I sculpted. Somebody wants it and is willing to pay the money for that. And I'm so happy when I get an order, not because of the money, but because that person is interested in the stuff I do, right?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I mean, a pattern, I think it's cool. Like, if you need money or want to make more money or reach to more people, but I don't really need to. Like, I don't need to sell 1,000 miniatures. Like, I only need to sell, like, I don't know, 15 or 20, and I already paid what it cost me. And then everything else is benefit. So as it is now for the money, it's not like I put a lot of focus or hustle on trying to sell or let's make publicity or anything. I don't mind. Like, as long as I sell some and I pay the cost of it, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, do you, for you, miniatures, is it like totally like a passion project? And do you have a theme? Like, do you have a plan there? Like, or is it just like, I'm going to make something?
Yeah. I mean, the miniatures to me is like, I do whatever I want. Like, if I want to build, like, the last one was a elf pirate, I get excited when I see something that I like, or a movie, or something on our station. I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool! I get like, oh. And then I go, I'm gonna do something like that, and then I do it. So it's never. I leave that when it comes, when it comes, and I feel like, hey, I want to do something like that. I'll just go and do it. But it's not a theme. It's not fantasy. It can be sci-fi. It can be whatever I feel like. And the coolest thing is that nobody tells me anything, right? Because on a professional job in a company, there's always people above you that is going to tell you, I like this, I don't like this, change this or this or this. But in here, it's like, I'll do it the way I like it. And that's it. Nobody's going to tell me anything, because I've worked for miniature companies, and it's been kind of painful at sometimes. Because you
worked for a miniature company before
Oh yeah. Before
okay.
mine, yeah, I work for a bunch of them. So on the end, they are directing your project, and sometimes the people that direct you are not even like art directors, so they will make choices that you are like, no, don't do that. But you have to do it, because that's what they pay you for, right? So when I was like, why do I keep working for people? Like, I'll just do it for me. Like, I'll do whatever I want. And yeah, that's what I do. So that's the project.
Amazing. So do you normally just sell 3D printable files, or actual like 3D printed miniatures?
No, I sell the miniatures.
Okay.
like physical.
Yeah.
I don't usually don't send the files because
Right.
I have no getting into that. So I will do the miniature. I will print it. I send it to a caster that it's in Valencia actually,
Mm-hmm.
and then will send me the copies that he makes, and then
Cool.
I sell them. And I buy the small boxes in eBay, and I do everything myself.
Wow. Guys, like I'm excited, like I definitely have some free, like empty space on my shelf to like,
Yeah,
like occupy with some miniatures.
yeah,
I
you
mean,
can do
like
so
go
much
and
stuff.
do some shopping. Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool. Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. So, okay. So that's a really cool passion project. It sounds like, like a mini shop.
Yeah,
Like,
I think all this stuff that I do, it's kind of a passion project,
all right.
like, because otherwise I wouldn't do it. Because why
No,
would I
of
waste
course.
my time,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool because I got my normal job, and that's what pays the bills. So anything else that I do, it's passion project. Even my job is a passion project actually because it's really exciting. So
Cool. So,
I'm lucky. I'm passionate about that. Because sometimes, and it's not like glorifying the industry or saying that everything is great in the industry, because obviously there's harsh times. Like I've been through some crazy stuff when we moved here to Germany. So we left everything in Spain. We came to Germany, to Hamburg. We didn't speak German. We didn't know anything about Germany. And we came here, and I got hired by Good Game Studio, which was a huge company. Like on the moment I got in, it was like 1,300 people,
Jesus
something like
Christ.
in the same place,
Oh
like
my
not
God.
over the world, but in the same place. So it was like this huge, big thing. And then it started crashing after a few months. I got in here, like 4 or 5 months. I got in the company, and they started firing people like crazy. Like I'm telling you, that it went from 1,300 to like 400 people
Oh,
in a few months. And I was like, oh my God. Like every day I was like, am I getting fired today? Like, because my friends were getting fired, people was getting fired. Like it got crazy. So
it sounds like a horror movie, like when you see
it,
people getting
it,
shot.
it was insane. Like places that were full of people, like 2 weeks later, it was empty, just computers thrown around everywhere and nobody in there. So the
Okay.
industry can be like that, it can be harsh. Like this shit happens. Like if it goes bad, it goes bad, and it's not your fault, but it's what it is. So it's not glorifying the industry, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it's saying that we are so damn lucky to get to work on what we do. I mean, we do something that was not thinkable like 20 years back. Like when I started, I would never have think that I could do something like that. Like I was delivering fish every morning. Like I have had so many shitty jobs in my life, like really shitty. So now it's like I wake up and I'm like, I can't believe I'm doing this thing for a living, man. Like I'm so grateful.
Oh my God, this sounds absolutely insane. Okay, so we've covered the miniatures. I know that's not the only passion project. What are the others? I mean, like, because I'm sorry, you're full of passion projects. Let's talk about that. Like, I love people with passion projects. So, like,
Yeah.
bring it on. What's the other one?
The other one I'm working now, working with a batch of friends. So this is really cool. So the way it started, and I cannot reveal the project, but it will reveal somewhere this year probably. So the way it started, I read a book, and when I read it like in a week. Like I started, and it was this kind of book that got me so hooked that I was, oh my God, this is so good. Like I couldn't stop reading. And when I finished the book, I was like, man, this should be a game. This should be a game, man. And I actually went and pitched it to my previous company. I was so
Okay.
excited that I prepared a pitch for a few months. I was doing this pitch, and I was like, I gotta show this to the company. We should do this game. Like this needs to be done, you know? And they didn't got so excited as I was, so they said nope. and
Wah,
for
wah,
a
wah, wah,
yeah, I was
wah.
damn. And then, but it kept in the back of my head, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. Like I'm gonna do this thing. And then I reached out to my friends in the company. I was like, guys, you wanna get in this thing with me? And I pitched them the project. Yeah, let's do something cool with that. And then I reached to other friends, and yeah, because the cool thing on the industry, you meet so many people that you got friends all over the world that do everything. So I went to other friend and I was, hey man, I'm starting this project. What do you think? And he got super excited. And he was like, man, I have friends here that are programmers and stuff, and they're doing prototypes and things, and that'd be cool to work too. And then we suddenly were a team of like 10 or 12 people working on this project. So we're working like on a cinematic to show. We're working on a in-game project too, so that we can make a full pitch of this thing and show it later. First, we will show it to the author to see if he likes it. That's going to be the first step, which will happen probably next month. So I'm super excited with that. Like it's going to be so cool.
That's dope. That's absolutely dope.
Yeah. So that's like a big thing that I have going on right now.
So how do you bring together 10 people to work on the project? Like people that like are distributed around the world, right?
Yeah, and first of all, I mean, I reach out to friends, right?
Right.
And the cool thing is what I said, like I work in different studios, and every time I work in a studio, I made a bunch of friends. So I make animator friends, I make 3D artist friend, I make project management friends. So I reach out to my friends and I say, hey man, I'm doing this stuff. I mean, you know, you see that I'm an excitable person. So when I'm pitching the thing, I'm like, this is the real big thing, man. Like, this is so great. And then people that is like me, they will go like, man, you're right, let's do it. And then we all get excited. And now it's super cool because, we have this small team working on this thing in our free time, just for nothing. Like, obviously, I don't pay anybody or anything. But everybody's like super into the project, and we are working together and sharing stuff. And it's cool because I all these people I get in the project, I know most of them.
Yeah.
But now they are all friends with each other. You know, so it's like we have this small thing going on. Yeah, it's super exciting.
This is crazy. So basically, from what I understand, it's like the start of a game, right? Like the prototype of a game.
Yeah, that's the idea we want to do for now.
Cool. So, like, what like type of people does it take to start doing something like this? Like, do you actually, like, is it mostly artists or is it like really cross industry?
We have artists. I mean, the team has grown, and there's people that jumps in and then jumps out, so it's pretty cool. But we have gotten to the point where we have like 4 or 5 concept artists working at the same time. We have a character artist, we have environment artist, and then we have programmers, and we have a project manager that takes care of everything.
Wow. All right. Yeah. Even a project manager, even a volunteer project manager.
We got a project manager. Yeah, he's awesome. Like,
I really need your HR talent. Yes, exactly. Really need your HR talent. Just like, recruit a bunch of people.
It's great. Like he made one of these like Canvas thing with everything, all the tasks, who's gonna do it, like what do we need to do? And we have meetings every 2 weeks. We meet every Sunday, and then we talk about what's going on, how's the project going, who is doing what do we need to finish this, and all that stuff. So it's super professional. I mean, all the people we are in the project, everybody's in the industry, right? So everybody's professional. Everybody knows what to do.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super pumped because we're getting to a really, really big part to finish it so that we can show it to the author. And man, I mean, just with finishing, like I'm done. Like I'm just happy with that. Like if nothing else happens, if we never even get a reply, I'll be fine with that. Like I'm cool. Like we finished a whole project that looks awesome, and it's been a great adventure. and we'll see what comes with that.
Yeah. Well, man, I really wish you best of luck with that. Actually, I'm really excited now to see what's gonna happen. Like I'm definitely gonna poke you in a bit just to see
Oh, perfect.
what's going on.
That's been the hardest part, not to be able to show it outside our
Of
small
course,
group.
yeah.
Because when you create cool stuff, it's like you want to show it to the people. But I've been working on this stuff, I don't know, maybe for 8 months, and I have not shown anything to nobody but my family and
Yeah.
this group. So it's like, man, I want to put it out so bad.
Well, I'm sorry, like you show it to your family, it's already a lot of people. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Okay.
very true.
Well, I'm also like I also wanted to ask you, like you've got 18 years experience in the industry. You worked in like so many studios, and like in parallel you worked on all these projects. At the same time, like you're still learning. I mean, and I know this because you're learning with us. So I was like, okay, let's dig into this. Why do you still need to learn? And what is that thing that you don't know, that you think that you don't know? And isn't okay, talk to me a little
Man.
bit about this, because like I'm always like really curious why people that are really great at what they do keep pushing the needle further. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I
I
mean,
mean, this
or
is.
maybe just now you're gonna tell me a little, well, actually that was a mistake, like
I didn't want to learn anymore.
yeah. I'm like
No,
didn't really
to
want
be
to.
honest, I
Yeah.
mean, in this industry, you gotta be like that, right? I mean, because it's not like you don't do it for a job. Like you do it because you like it. Because when I signed up for the course, I wasn't gonna do it. I gotta say, like I saw Marlon was releasing. I've been a big fan of Marlon for a long time because I've basically been growing myself with him at the same time. Because I remember when he was doing kind of shitty jobs still, like not really good. I was kind of at the same point, and then we slowly both went, and then he released like his first huge likeness that I remember, the one of the German guy,
Yeah.
the actor, and I was, damn, he crossed the bar in there he goes, and then from there he just went straight up, right? And I've always been following his process, and I always said, man, when he releases a course, I'm gonna sign up for that for sure because I want to learn how he does it. Then he released the course, the likeness course, finally, and I was like mega busy because I was gonna have my new baby, which was born like 2 months ago. So
I
she
remember
was
that.
she was born when the course started, basically. So I was like, I'm having a new baby. I had signed up to be a mentor on this school, so I had to do all these homework assignments for the kids, not kids, but my students.
Yeah. Students, kids.
So I had to do all that stuff, and I was starting my new job at Unity at the same time. These three things, and I was like, okay, I'm not signing up. It's gonna be way too much. Like I cannot get 4 more hours to put in there every day on the course because that's what I want to do. But then he sent an email, like one of these advertisement emails you guys make that I always read them because I like them. They're very inspiring usually. And I read them and he mentioned my name. He was like, as Juan Puerta would say, it's a lot of work or something like that. And I was like, damn, this is a sign, man. He mentioned my name. I gotta sign up for the course now.
Oh my God, yeah.
So then I reached out and I was able to sign in the course, and it's been great. I didn't tell my wife from the beginning because she was gonna be like, what the fuck? So 1 week later, I went to her and I was like this, and I told her like, I signed up for a course. And she was like, why? Like, why? Like, why? What else do you need? Like, you're starting a new job. Why do you need more? Like, and I'm
yeah. That's my question too.
So it's the same thing. So it's like, because I love it, because that's what I love to do. Like, I love to push myself and to get farther than I am now, to get better, and to be able to create the stuff that I'm not able to create yet. And likeness to me, it's the most difficult thing that there is. Like there's nothing as difficult as a likeness. And now that I've been in the course almost 2 months, I'm totally sure of that too. So I always knew it was hard, but now that I've been doing it, it's like, yeah, it's hard. And I'm loving it because when I sign up to a course, it's like when I sign up for something, I commit to it.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I can see that you show up like, yeah.
I will commit to it, and I won't stop until I make it. You know, and it's been a great course. Like I've enjoyed it because the lessons are straight to the point, like that, and it's been great to refresh my anatomy knowledge because it's been a while since I've been like sculpting super realistic stuff. So I've refreshed everything, and I've been able to push myself, and I have the feedback from Marlon and all that stuff, and that's golden. Like every tiny bit of feedback, it's like, yeah, that's it, I got it, and it pushes me to go farther. And I'm not like, if you see my start, and I know I always like,
I've seen your start.
Yeah, it was terrible. So I was like, on the beginning, I was super confident. Yeah, I got this. I can do it. And then I started, and I was, oh my god, I cannot do this. And then I was like, okay, just push forward. Like that's the main lesson. Like I don't get to do cool stuff because I'm super good or super talented. I get to end up with cool stuff because I don't stop.
Exactly.
You know, I don't stop pushing, and it's like, I'm just gonna keep going until it gets there, and I don't know how much it's gonna take, but I'm not gonna stop. Like it's like hard-headed or something like that, just keep going. And the cool thing in the course is that Marlon said that on the lessons, and that helped me out because in the beginning I was so stuck because my likeness it was kind of hard because it's a weird face. I'm doing Woody Harrelson, so he's got this weird face, and Marlon just said, like, keep going, like, don't get stuck, because if you get stuck at some point, you're just gonna get there and you're gonna get frustrated and you're gonna let it go. You're not gonna do it. And I was, that's it. So I kept going. Even I was sculpting, and the guy didn't look like Woody Harrelson at all. Like I'm not getting there, but I'm just gonna keep going. Just keep going. Make sure, like Marlon said, like make sure the anatomy is correct, and then the rest you will do it later. Just keep going, make the anatomy good, and just keep going. And I've been going through that until this last part, and I hit the likeness now, like this week.
Yeah,
this week. Mm-hmm. This week I hit the likeness, but before that it was still so far off. I was like, oh, I cannot get it. And it's been nights and nights and nights of just tweaking. Like I go to ZBrush, I tweak a little bit and move the points, send it to Marmoset. No, it's not. Get back, just doing that for hours every day. Crazy, but crazy rewarding too. Like once you hit it, it's like, I can't believe it. Like I got it now. Like finally, it's been so hard.
Oh man, this is crazy. So basically, from what I can tell, you will keep learning, and it's not like it's not
non-stop.
Like absolutely
Non-stop.
Wow. Well, like,
I mean, it's exciting to learn this stuff, It's
absolutely.
not like studying, because I hate studying. I was talking with a friend the other day, and I was telling how terrible I was in school. And all my life, they were telling me, like, I was lazy. Like, all my life, since I was a kid, it's like, he's so lazy. Like, everybody in school, the teachers, all this stuff, because I didn't do that homework. Like, I didn't care about that stuff. So I didn't do it. But it's not that I was lazy. It's just that my focus was not on doing that kind of stuff. Like,
exactly. You're just
I cannot do that. I cannot study a book, but I can watch a tutorial and spend 4 hours trying it. So that I can do. So it's like a thing that I enjoy so much, to learn new stuff, and it gets me going.
So what's, what would be, I don't know, the next like big milestone that you would like to achieve with your art or in your work, or what's, what's your big thing like that like that you would really like, where you would really like to get to?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'd love if this project that we're working on, or for the
Yeah,
book I told you, if it will work out. Like, I don't know how it would go, because I mean that gets way beyond my
yeah,
knowledge. Like getting into the money, into the all this big stuff that I
production.
have.
Yeah,
Like that's way above. But the people I work with, they know about that stuff, so I rely on that. But if that would take off, and like we could create something like that, that would be like, what else can you do? What it doesn't get bigger than that.
yeah. I guess that's, yeah. Well, I mean, like, you will see. We'll talk
Yeah,
next time. You'll tell me.
then
I'm
we'll
sure.
see.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure you're gonna bombard me with another like 10 other like side projects that are like going great. And
Probably.
well, come on, like hearing what I'm hearing, I'm sure that's pretty much the case.
Yeah, we'll see.
Um,
We'll see. It's gonna be fun. I mean, whatever it is, it's always fun, and there's always new stuff to do. So yeah.
yeah, no, of course. So, Juan, we've got a little tradition here on the podcast that you probably know of, but like I'm still gonna run you through this tradition anyway.
Let's
So,
go.
there is the 10 questions for somebody who's hearing, for everybody who's hearing for the first time. We've got a quick questionnaire. When you're allowed about one phrase, most people go for like 10 minutes on each question, but like, please don't do that.
I'll
So
try.
you're allowed one phrase per question.
All right.
And yeah, ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. So, number one tip for combating distractions when working from home.
Yeah, I wear this.
I hope they're noise canceling.
That's it. Yeah, I have this, and I lock the door with the key, because then if I don't lock it, my little ones, they always come and they get in, and I'm just like working, and suddenly there's someone here all the time. So I lock the door, I put this on, and I'm out. Like,
I've
I
just
don't hear it.
realized that when I asked you this question, it got a totally different meaning,
Totally.
Because for normal people, distraction is like having a fridge at home, or like like
No,
going and getting spaced out. Yeah,
I
for
don't.
people,
I
like,
don't. I don't have that kind of stuff.
that's a luxury.
Yeah, people has too much free time.
Oh my God, that's what I would typically say. I always say that. Okay, right. Two, what's your favorite tradition or holiday?
Christmas. I love it.
Favorite way to get in some exercise?
Gym. I love working out with weights
Mhm.
and playing basketball.
Awesome. What's your most used emoji?
Smiley face.
Like that smiley? Like very
Yeah,
smiley?
the normal
Or like,
one.
okay. Can't show you this.
It's,
Okay.
it's because I'm old school, so I just click that thing with the 2 points and the thing.
Yeah, the bracket, yes. And
Yeah, so that's what I do, because I'm old school, so I don't use that much things.
yeah. All right. Source of inspiration.
Everything. I mean, movies, art station, music, nature, my
Cool.
family, everything. Yeah.
Awesome. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Keep going.
All right.
I don't know.
That's great. How do you celebrate little victories?
Yeah, I don't do that. I mean, I think that's the kind of thing that people that does have free time do. Like, I don't think about a lot of stuff. It's like, I survive another day. Let's go.
All right. Got it. Yes. If you could see one movie again for the first time, what would it be and why?
I think it would be Braveheart.
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie so much.
Awesome. So, and if you could choose any two famous people to have dinner with, who would you invite?
Oh yeah, Woody Harrelson because I'm making his likeness.
Would you
It's
use that?
hilarious.
Would you use that to study
Oh,
like
wow.
textures?
I'll touch him. I'll touch him like this.
Okay, Woody Harris, second.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Charles Barkley or something like that, basketball player from the old
Sounds
days.
sounds good. And what's your backup career?
Yeah, I don't have that either.
Yeah, you're past the fish phase.
There's no other way to go now. You know?
Okay, I mean, like, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Like, I think even within art career, you just like have too many opportunities already.
Yeah. I don't think it's great because I got into a point where I don't fear that I'm gonna run out of a job,
Uh-huh.
and that's great. Like I don't
Right.
have that fear beside me because I think I could find a job in another place if something went wrong or whatever. There's so many opportunities on the market. The market's growing, and there's a lot of places you can go. And especially right now with this Corona thing, like so much opportunities to work from home. Like my current contract with Unity is to work from my home. Like I don't have to move to another country. So I think this thing has opened the studios for that a lot, and that's like plenty of opportunities for artists. So it's a beautiful time to be in this industry.
I love that. And since you actually said that, just before we wrap up, just like, one last question. So I think this confidence and this security is a really beautiful thing. So do you have any tip on how any artist can get to the point when they wouldn't be scared of losing a job and
Yeah.
like staying with no income or with no gigs or what's your best advice on that?
I mean, I think there are two things that play out in here. One is your portfolio. Like the first thing you're gonna do if you are not in the industry, your portfolio has to be great. And by that I mean you have to be able to pick up pieces of your portfolio and compare it to people that is working in the industry, and they have to be as good as that to get in the industry. Because we are kind of past the point where a junior is bad. Like juniors are great. Like the art they do sometimes is better than the senior people in the company. So your portfolio has to be great to get in the industry, and after that, you will get experience, and that's a major plus. Because once you've been in the industry for 2 or 3 years, you are way more hireable. Like your opportunities go up exponentially since before you had a previous job. Because I think companies feel that they can trust someone that has been in the industry already, because the industry, it can be hard. Like it's going to put pressure on you. You're going to have to deliver. You're going to have to do the things that they need you to do. And the problem for companies is like, how can they trust someone that does not have experience? Like, is he going to be able to deliver or not? But once you've been in there and you have an interview and they see that you're not only talented, but you are able to do the job. You're not gonna fail under pressure. You're not gonna get frustrated. So once they see that, it's kind of easy to find a job, I think.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
I think that is definitely a valid point. That just like the future companies will need to trust you. That you're not only the artist, but you're also a team player, an employee, like
Yeah.
a
You're
safe human
reliable,
being, and all these things that come with experience.
Yeah, totally. And that's super important, because you can be super talented, but you might be I don't know, you might not be able to take or not able to take feedback, right? Like if they give you feedback and you're not able to apply it, or they tell you do this and you go and you do your own thing that you have in you because you think it's better. There's people that might do that. So that's not a good, even if you are mega talented, even if your idea is better than what they tell you to do, but that's not what they want. And you work for them, right? So you need to be a professional. And to be a professional, you need the experience that is going to polish you to get into that,
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. So on this positive note, guys, go and get this shit done. And after
Get
this,
it done.
get it done. After this podcast episode, nobody's allowed to complain about lack of free time. Like, complaining about lack of free time is banned, like, forever. So I'm gonna send everyone a link to this episode if they will ever bitch that they don't have free time. I'm just
Oh
gonna
my
be like,
God.
no, like, that's like really, that's a real like luxury. And
Yeah.
so Juan, thanks so much, dude,
Thank you.
for making the time to be here. I really, really appreciate that. And thanks, guys, for listening to this live. And this is going to stay in recording. So, yeah, welcome to Shoot. Juan, what's the easiest way to find you online? Where do you normally hang out? Is it our station or Instagram?
I got our station. I got Facebook. I got Instagram.
Yeah, and
That's
I'm
it.
gonna type the White Wolf miniatures here. So let me just put it up. So White Wolf miniatures is another way to find what Juan is up to. That's like personal project wise. Yeah. So thanks, guys, again. And Juan, I'll see you around. Really looking forward to seeing that likeness done.
Ooh. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Maria.
Bye, guys.
Ciao, guys.
Ciao, Juan. Bye.
Bye bye.